Dragons, illustrated by Peter Scott. Written by Judith Tatchell. Flying dragons. For hundreds of years, all over the world, people have been telling stories about dragons. Many of the dragons were big, scaly, flying creatures like these. Their wings made a whooshing sound as they flew through the air, and their scales rustled in the wind. Whee! Look at my dad fly! In some tales, the dragons swooped and soared over land and sea, looking down on golden castles, green fields, and dark forests below. The dragons came down to land when they felt hungry or sleepy. But some dragons came down to make mischief too. Swish! Squawk! Look out! It's coming this way! In a dragon's den. There are lots of stories about dragons who loved gold, silver, and jewels. They hid their treasure in secret caves. People said that these dragons slept with one eye open, so nobody could creep past and steal anything. I can see you. The dragons often curled themselves around their treasure to keep it safe. Anyone who touched even the smallest coin was in big trouble. In some tales, people tricked the dragons and stole their treasure. But in others, the dragons kept their treasure safe and sound. I only wanted a few jewels. Fire and Frost. The scariest tales are about dragons that breathed fire. It was said that one fiery blast from a dragon's mouth could turn a castle to ash or burn down a whole forest. I'm in a bad mood. Other stories tell of frost dragons that blew an icy cold wind which froze everything solid. Their frost looked so pretty it glittered and glistened. Lovely sparkles. But everything was ruined all the same. You like my frost? Brr, not all over me. Baby dragons. Some stories tell how dragons laid eggs like birds do. If an egg got cold, the baby would die. So the mother breathed her hot flames over it. It was said that a baby dragon could stay inside its egg for up to 5 years. Once it was born, a dragon might live for 1,000 years. At last I'm here. The stories say that after a few meals, baby dragons were strong enough to fly. They could even breathe fire. Eek! Don't huff or puff at me. But only a few sparks. Ha! Is that the best you can do? Chinese dragons. In China, people tell tales of friendly dragons who helped people and brought good luck. This dragon could bring good weather and make the wind blow. Hmm, who can I help today? We need wind in our sails. Off you go. Swoosh! We are on our way. In Chinese stories, the dragons had horns like a stag, a flowing mane like a lion, and long, wavy feelers. Their snaky bodies were covered with fish-like scales. Their feet had 5 toes with claws on them. She-dragons often carried beautiful fans. They breathed gentle rain to help things grow. Chinese dragons didn't have wings. The stories say they flew by pure magic. Welsh dragons. Wales is a land of misty mountains and tumbling streams. There are many tales about dragons in Wales. This dragon guarded a well full of cold, clear water. Other dragons lived in secret places. Ooh. For hundreds of years, there has been a red dragon on the Welsh flag. The story of that dragon is told below. The Dragon of Wales. Once upon a time, a Welsh king started to build a castle, but each night the new walls came tumbling down. A boy named Merlin told the king to dig a deep hole near the ruins. There they found 2 dragons, one red and one white. The dragons were fighting a fierce battle. As they roared and they wrestled, the ground shook and the castle crumbled. At last the red dragon won. Merlin said it was the brave dragon of Wales. It showed that Wales would win its battles. Flying serpents. Stories from South America tell of snaky dragons called flying serpents. Like snakes, they had no legs. The dragons were very wise. It is said that they knew almost all the secrets in the world. Some, like these, had long, glittering feathers as well as scales. Shall I tell you a secret? Not that one. I know it already. On the ground, the dragons slithered like snakes. They curled up to rest. One story says that if you plant the dragon's teeth like seeds, they would grow into an army of soldiers. Ooh. But first you had to get hold of some teeth. Most people believe that dragons, like giants and fairies, only live in stories. But who knows? Maybe once in a faraway time, dragons or creatures like them really did fly and crawl over the earth.